Hi YouTube, it's Andy again, and I got another tutorial for you today. We're going to go over how to start a Firebase project in your Android application. First thing you're going to need to do is actually create an app. What we're going to end up doing in this app is create a list of locations that is going to be pulled from our Firebase database, but we're going to build this app slowly. So today's tutorial is actually just getting the Firebase bits working, and then there'll be subsequent videos that actually build on top of this one to get our desired app. So this one's going to be on escape rooms. So if you don't know what they are, they're basically locations where you get locked into a room for an hour and you try to escape. It's something that my wife and I and a bunch of friends have been doing quite a bit lately to kind of get out of the house. But it's a lot of fun, and we're going to try to create a bunch of them in our online database and then pull them into a list view on our app. But before we can get that, let's first link up our Firebase account to the app. So first thing you do is you have your app. One thing you're going to need to do is actually have your application like the package name for it. So we're going to need to copy this information for our next step. So we're going to go and create a new project. We're going to give it a name of Escape Room Finder. I'll probably put spaces in there. Let's create our project. It might take a little bit. And I already had logged in. This is something that's going to be your own personal application. So the sample code that I will give you, you're still going to need to do these steps today to actually plug it into your account, not mine. It's not exactly like was it parse.com where you had like an access key and token and stuff. This is going to be directly linked to a Google developer account. So we're going to click here, add Firebase to your Android app. And we need this part that I had just mentioned, exactly the same as it's going to be in your app. Now this debug signing certificate is going to be required if you're going to do dynamic links, invites, Google sign in, support an auth, and you can edit this in the settings. But so real quick to kind of figure out how to do this, it's actually very simple with Android Studio. So I'm using Linux, so I'm going to copy this Mac Linux one, but if you had Windows, you can copy this one. And right now I'm just going to get the Android default key store that comes with the SDK. So this is going to be pretty much in the same location for most people unless you've moved it. So we're going to want to go back into Android Studio, open up our terminal, and we're going to paste our code that we just did. So like I said, this isn't going to be my own personal signing key. This is going to be the default debug one. So we're going to hit enter, and your password for the default one is always going to be Android. And then we just copy this right here. And we go back into our Firebase console, and we can paste that and add app. Alright, so first time I tried doing this Google service JSON file actually missed a key component. So I'm actually just going to ignore that for now. And in fact, I'm just going to delete it. So we'll go into my downloads. I'm just going to move them to trash. And we'll just continue going. So the next step that you need to do is add the Google Services class path into your project. So we're going to go back here. I'll show you where you add that one. You're going to want to go into the project build.gradle, and add that here. And then the next thing you need to do is add the plugin for Google Play Services, and we're going to add that here in the app. So the thing to know is you're going to want to apply this plugin after all of this code here. So at the end of your Gradle file, you're going to apply this plugin. And then you're going to finish. Now, the reason why I deleted this JSON file is because it actually missed the key, or the first time I tried to do it, it missed it didn't include everything that you needed. So now I'm going to download it again, and we're going to go back into, actually we're going to go into files, go into our downloads, and we're going to copy this JSON file and then go into our Android Studio project, go into the app folder and paste it there. So now when we go into Android Studio and we build our project, we shouldn't get any errors. And let's run this in an emulator. So we're going to pick an emulator, and make sure if you're going to do this on an emulator, you're doing one with Google Play Services, since this obviously uses Google Play Services. Oh, another thing I added here was the Firebase core. You don't need to technically do that to get this part. This will be based on the next part that we're going to build into. We're going to add some more Firebase stuff. Alright, so Gradle finished with no errors. That's always good. So wait for this to load up. It's going to install. And there we go. So we got our Hello World app, and it's connected to Firebase. So hope you like this tutorial. Hopefully it helps you out, especially get through the initial hurdle of setting up Firebase. And if you have any questions, let me know. Have a good day.